Everyone, it's Kathy Lake here, UK designer for Bello's Designs, and today I wanted to talk to you about ATCs or artist trading cards. The more experienced crafter may well be familiar with artist trading cards, but for people who are new, I just want to give you a brief explanation. An artist trading card is a piece of work, a small piece of work that you create, and it's 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches in size. It can be horizontal or vertical depending on your design, and you create these little cards and you trade them with other craft people. So you do swaps and things, which is great fun, and it's a really lovely way to get to know other crafters and share ideas, etc. So today I wanted to show you how I created this little cute little pocket folder, which is a great way to present your ATCs when you're trading with someone. It'd be quite nice to send it in something nice. So the first part of my video will be about making the actual presentation folder, and the second part of the video will be about making these ATCs that I did previously. Okay, so to get started, for the actual folder, I used the Lavinia Dreamscape papers, a Colour Bursts collection. It contains 8 inches by 8 inches premium papers, 150 grams, 30 double-sided sheets. Now mine is, you can see there's not 30 here, I've used lots of these, and these are really good too if you're stumped for ideas for backgrounds and you know you can't think of something different to do. They're great for stamping on and making cards with too, so they're fantastic. So I used that, and I also used a little Sizzix Thinlits die. I think it was called Snowflake die, and it has a little tag and it says just for you. So I've already pre-done that on my die cutting machine and just put a little bit of 3mm ribbon in the top just to put on the front of the pocket, a bit like that. So it's slightly different colourway, but same principle. So that's for the actual pocket. For the ATCs, I've pre-cut 2 pieces of multifarious card, 3.5 inches by 2.5 inches. For the stamping, I used the Lavinia LAV 721 Fantasia, LAV 581 Pippin, LAV 720 Bello, and LAV 002 Bluebell. And I also have a circle mask for a moon mask for the ATC. For the backgrounds, I used the Distress Oxide Salty Ocean. For the stamping, I used VersaFine Clair Nocturne. And I also have some blending brushes here. I've got the blue one for the Distress Oxide Salty Ocean, but I've got a couple of different colour ones that I've used on different projects, and I'm just going to use what's left on the brush without adding any more ink on. So it's a good way of using up old inks. And for the colouring, I use the Derwent Inktense watercolour pencils. I also need a pair of scissors for cutting out the box, and I had a gel pen, a white gel pen. And also I've got a little bottle of water spray here. And the last thing you need for this is a scoreboard. Now if you don't have a scoreboard, you can do this with a ruler and a bone folder, but you'll need a softish surface to do it on, and it's not as easy as using a scoreboard. Now Patty sells these in Bello's Designs, and I believe they're called envelope scoreboards, but that's it, they're perfect for that. Right, let's get started. I'm going to put my scoreboard down sideways just so that you can see it. So this side of my scoreboard is, all the lines are in 1/2 inches. So you've got 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5, 2. So it's good for measuring out things that you want to create with it. So I'm going to start with the pockets, and using the score pen, I'm going to put my piece of card in the corner there. Let's move that up, make sure you can see. There we go. And I'm going to score at the 1/2 inch line. So I'm going to score down that side 1/2 inch. And I'm going to score that side 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to score the bottom 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to do the other one. This one. Exactly the same, 1/2 inch on each side and 1/2 inch across the bottom. Right, and then I'm going to move my scoreboard out of the way. Now, using the scissors, I'm not sure which side will show this better. Possibly this side. There are score lines going across there and down there and down there. So I'm cutting the corners off where the score lines meet. So I'm just cutting off a little square each end. And then I'm going to do a slightly curved edge too, so that you don't get a bulky end when you fold it over. Let's do this one. And again, I'm going to do a little curved end. There we go. Now I'm going to fold over the sides, and before I fold the bottom, I'm just going to put a little dab of glue in that corner. And I'm going to fold it down. And there's my pocket. So that's one pocket. Let's do the other one. I think I'm going to do it on the yellow side. Use that. I think I didn't do it very hard the first time. And forward. There we go, that's two pockets. Now with the actual wallet itself, you could use the scoreboard to score it. I don't. I just tend to. Oh, I've got a little bit attached there. I just fold it in half and then use the bone folder to make the wallet. Now I'm going to glue the pockets in. So when you're gluing the pockets, you have to remember to just glue the tabs. Don't glue the back, because otherwise you won't fit your card in. So just going along the tabs. And put a bit of glue. And then put that one there. Oh, I've got very strong glue today. And there we go. Folder. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the ribbon and the top part of the, just a little bit on the top. Put that on. You can probably do a better bow than me. I'm not very good at doing bows, but you get the idea. And there we go. That's a little wallet. Quite simple. I'm going to start with the Bluebell and Bella. Now normally when I do any backgrounds I usually ink first and then stamp, but on occasions like this one where I want to get a nice clear moon in a good position around Bella, I'll actually stamp first and then ink. So to get started I'm going to do Bella in Nocturne. Let's get a little mark off there. And she can be over at an angle about there. There we go. And now the Bluebell. on there under my thumb. Clean that up. And now I'm going to do the moon. Actually, I think that's got a little mark on it too. I actually purposely put something on there so that you can see it when it's on a clear surface. Sometimes you miss it. So I'm going to use the Salty Ocean. There we go. I think I'm going to look for a little bit of blue gel pen to go on her wings. Just add a little bit of colour. A little bit of sparkle. There we go. Now, if you have a signature stamp, I would use your signature stamp on the back. If you don't have a signature stamp, normally people sign their ATC, so you'll always put your name on and maybe the date or something. But if you've got a stamp, I'd use that. So that's the first one. And now we're going to do the second one. So with the second one, it was the boat, the Fantasia. And I'm going to use the Salty Ocean, first of all, on the bottom. I'm just going to go across in lines so that I get straight lines across to be like the water. And I'm just going to go around the edges. Right, and then I'm going to grab a green and brush with. Now you'll ask you using some greens. So you only get a little tiny bit of colour on theirs and a little bit of orange. And a little bit of pink. There we go. And I'm going to spray that with a little bit of water. And then dab it with a cloth. Right, now I'm going to get the Fantasia. And these stamps, these new little boats, are perfect for ATCs. Just going to let you hold it there a bit. There we go. And then I'm going to have Pippin in the boat. Now, to get Pippin, I need to tear off a piece. I'm going to cut that as well because that's not quite a great shape. So I want it to slightly curve. Ignore the writing on the back of this. This is just a scrap piece of paper. There we go. And then I'm going to stamp Pippin. It looks like he's putting his head up to sniff the flower. There we go. Now, that came out quite well. Come out right to the bottom. I will actually just do a little bit there. So if it doesn't come to the bottom, you can just draw it in with a black pencil. Right, and now using the Derwent Inktense, I'm going to do the water. I haven't gone right up to the edge there because when you add the water it does get larger and it can spill over the edge, so you'll see what I mean. Once you add the water it expands a little bit. There we go. Just going to let that dry for a moment. That's finished, so I can put that one in the folder. So I need to open that a little bit. There we go. And this one, I'm going to use a white pen now, just to do some lines in the water. There we go. And now I need to just stamp my signature stamp on the back of that one. That's all done. One in the folder. Trying to get it in behind the pocket, that won't work. There we go. Nice and simple, quite effective. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to catch up with some of you guys on our Facebook groups. We have two groups. We have a Bello's Design Lounge, Lavinia Design Lounge for all Lavinia based products, and then we have Bello's a la carte, which is for all our other products other than Lavinia. So I really hope to see you on there and see some of your work. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.